platoon was headed downrange. Wiley, he was our sniper. 10 years ago, he worked nights stocking shelves at a grocery store. Now he's another watchman standing guard while the world sleeps. He was a husband and a father. Ray was our communications guy, our radioman. He grew up in East LA gangland. He has a silver star for pulling a wounded teammate out of the fray. Sonny, he was made of granite. This guy didn't even do push-ups because he was afraid his chest was going to get too big. AJ joined the teams late in his 30s. He'd been a Muay Thai fighter early in life. Before that, he grew up dirt poor in Trinidad. Mikey had 20 years in the teams. As humble as he was, you'd never even know it. He kept a picture of his wife in his helmet and a lock of her hair in his pocket. Quiet as a breeze. Finally, senior chief. Couldn't really tell you much about him, other than I'd rather take a knife into a gunfight than have to be interrogated by him. That last night at home, you think about how you could have been a better dad, a better husband, that bedtime story you should have read, or that anniversary you forgot. You don't expect your family to understand what you're doing. You just hope they'll understand you're doing it for them. And when you get home, you hope you can pick up right where you left off.
Putting the wild bunch down.
Hey, senior, you mind giving us a couple minutes, man?
No, you got a bad thing.
Thanks.
Hey, fellas, you know I only got so many speeches in a given workup or deployment, but it's like Chief and I said right at the beginning of this platoon. Once we step off on campaign, once this bird's ready and we're downrange, everything back home needs to be in balance. We're not going to be worth a damn to each other or ourselves if we get over there and something's out of whack. I mean, if things aren't right with the family, things aren't right with the finances, or something's off, it's going to put us all out of balance. So we need to have that tight before we launch. If somebody's got an issue, bring it up. Chief can take care of it. I can take care of it. Everybody's got each other's back. Let's make sure we lock that down so when we're ready to roll, all our focus is on the mission.
For all those who've been downrange, to us and those like us, damn few. Cheers.
Still like the name James.
Well, think about it. It's a boy.
Where?
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, baby. You little one, you make sure you keep Mama away from Aunt Carol. I don't like that chain smoking at all.
I got it, Lieutenant.
Okay.
It's gonna be okay.
All right.
It's gonna be fine. Try to keep this as long as you can for a while, yeah?
Anything else, Commander?
Yeah. I'd like to be able to look into your eyes when our first child is born.
You know I'll do my best. I love you, baby.
Love you.
War is a country of will. There's no room for sympathy. If you're not willing to give up everything, you've already lost.
Sí, jefe.
¿Qué hice? Dime qué fue lo que hice. Yo soy una doctora de México. ¿Para qué me quiere?
Tell me, what is it about you Americans that makes you feel entitled to fuck with the way I make my living?
Mi nombre es Lisa Bond. Yo soy una doctora de México. Ya le he dicho a este tipo 1000 veces que no sé para qué me quiere, no sé nada.
I know who you are, Miss Morales, and I know who you work for. So why don't you save us both some time and tell me exactly what you think you know?
Me cago en la madre que te parió, ¿oíste? Cabrón.
How did that feel, Miss Morales? Have a great day at the spa. ¿Qué te le ve del parlante? arriba y no me llamas desde que hablé.
Sí, jefe.
Vas a hablar.
Apúntate. Habla conmigo.
Hey fellas, what's up? It's hotter than two rats screwing a wool sock out there, yeah? Africa hot. Tarzan couldn't take the heat. Anyway, here's the deal. Time to get your frogman on. Lights. 3 days ago, 2 CIA agents, a Walter Ross and a Miss Lisa Morales, were ambushed inside their hotel room here in Costa Rica by an unknown amount of heavily armed assholes. Unfortunately, Mr. Ross was murdered, and Miss Morales has been abducted. We believe that this has been the work of a guy named Mikhail Trojkovic, a.k.a. Christo. LT's going to give you the skinny on him.
Thanks, Senior. Mikhail Trojkovic, a.k.a. Christo. This guy's believed to have been working cocaine for weapons deals between the Russian mafia, the FARC guerrillas, and the Mexican drug cartels ever since the late 1990s. Now, before she was captured, Morales was working a possible link between our boy Christo and this guy, Abu Shabal.
Glory to Allah, Lord of the worlds, who has created us as Muslims and delivered us with the jihad on his direct path. Peace be upon those who follow his direct path till the day of judgment. Let me explain this to you, Americans. We are not separatists. We Chechens are not a legal part of anyone. You Americans are willingly or unwillingly assisting in the genocide of our people by demanding that we obey certain rules and by your continued occupation of all Muslim countries. With the grace of Allah, glorious and exalted is He, America will never be safe until safety becomes a reality for us. Allahu Akbar.
Abu Shabal is a Chechen terrorist who's associated with the Beslan school massacre. He's been jumping between training camps in Indonesia and the Philippines. Now, the connection between Christo and Abu Shabal is still a little bit fuzzy, but if this was the lead that Morales was working on, it could be why she was abducted. Senior?
All right, this is a personnel recovery of Mrs. Morales. All right, who's got questions?
See, Chief, you got any updated source intel on numbers inside the camp, and what about roving patrols?
Maybe 8 to 10, bro, but we don't know anything about roving patrols. You're just going to have to assume that they're out there walking around, they're squared away. They do this for a living, too.
Senior, what kind of weapons on target are we looking at?
Heavy weapons, these guys are narco traffickers, so they can have anything from Soviet bloc dishkas. They could have M2HB, 50 cals out there, we don't know. So if there is a weapons emplacement up there, I suggest you guys bring rockets. Of course, rockets and foliage don't match, so make sure you got a clear shot. All right, what else?
Any idea whether she's ambulatory or not?
There's a ton of blood on the scene, and a lot of it was Mr. Ross's. We confirmed that. Mr. Morales may have bled there too, but these guys are savages, so you're going to have to assume that she is non-ambulatory, so you're going to have to bring stuff to carry her out.
2 minutes to draw.
Gotta let us know who that guy is so when we get back we can kick his ass.
What guy?
The guy that gave you that fucked up haircut.
Oh, man, sonny. You should be the last guy to talk. You look like the Dominican Mr. Clean.
That means my head shines like your gold teeth, huh?
I'll be like that. That's
Brad! Mask off.
The only thing better than this right here is being a dad. Except for that whole change of diaper thing, but Sandy does that for me anyway, so I'm actually looking forward to it.